Finally, 12 years later, we've got a fucking game load. Alright, so I said today, like 6 years ago, I said today we would be talking to people in gift giving. So let us get to the gift giving. I said, let us get to the gift giving. Okay. Most stuff that's something Andraste can go to Leliana, except there's a book. Oh, this is it. The Rose of Orlais. That goes to...
That's a wonderful thought. I don't know what to say.
And that's it. That goes to somebody else, and this goes to Win. And of course that goes to Dog. Awesome. She's neutral. Alright. Morgan is warm. He's interested. Okay. Minor cunning. Right. Oh, right click. I haven't played this in so long.
As there is but one world.
Oh, Jesus. You women need to find something else to do with your life. What's this? I know what it is, but let's pretend we don't know. Hey!
Yes?
I have a letter for you.
All right. Let me take a look. What? This is terrible. My beloved.
Okay, well, that sucks. What a downer. Let's go get drunk. Yeah, I figured that was a body. Alright. So we're going back to camp, and we're gonna sell stuff and talk to people. So if you don't like talking or watching talking to party members, just go somewhere else. Till the next video. Then we will be off on adventure.
I have been studying Mother's grimoire. Do you wish to hear what I have found?
Hell yeah!
'Tis not what I expected. I had hoped for a collection of her spells, a map of the power that she commands. But this is not it.
You look disturbed.
Disturbed? Yes, perhaps that is the right word. One thing in particular within her writings disturbs me. Here, in great detail, Flemeth explains the means by which she has survived for centuries.
And that would be...
Oh, if only 'twere so. Flemeth has raised many daughters over her long lifetime. There are stories of these many witches of the wilds throughout chastened legend, yet I have never seen a one, and always wondered why not. And now I know. They are all Flemeth. When her body becomes old and wizened, she raises a daughter, and when the time is right, she takes her daughter's body for her own.
Whoa. Why would she risk sending you with me?
I do not know. Perhaps 'tis as she said, the Darkspawn threaten her as much as they threaten anyone else. Or perhaps she believes that this journey will make me more powerful.
The latter.
According to the tome, if the host is already powerful and trained in magic, it takes far less time for Flemeth to settle in.
Whoa. So you're certain about this?
Indeed. That is primarily what this tome details. The various daughters that Flemeth has acquired. Their preparation and training. I recognize all of it. I am to be her next host. This is my purpose.
That's gross. So what do you intend to do about it?
There is only one possible response to this. Flemeth needs to die. I will not sit about like an empty sack waiting to be filled. Flemeth must be slain, and I need your help to do it.
Okay, why do you need my help?
Because if she is slain while I am near, I am not certain that she will not simply be able to take possession of me right there. So obviously I cannot be the one to do it.
Okay, that makes sense. Well, I mean, yeah, you gotta kill her. Because otherwise she's just gonna come back or keep trying it with other people or come back or whatever. Talking's not gonna work. I'm not gonna tell her no. So, yeah, sure, I'm down. Let's go kill the bitch.
Then what needs to be done is for you to go back to Flemeth's hut in the Kakari Wilds without me. Confront her and slay her quickly. I doubt she will truly be dead even then, but it will take her years to find a new host and recover her power, if that is even possible. The thing I must have is her true grimoire. With it, I can defend against her power in the future. Everything else in her hut is yours.
Is there a time limit?
Not really, but the sooner the better, no?
Okay, so what makes you think I can do it?
She would like everyone to think she is invincible, but I highly doubt that is the case. And besides that, you are not truly killing her.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
I am grateful. The sooner this can be done, the sooner it will set my mind at ease.
Sweet. Okay.
Are you sure I can't interest you in this hat? A pair of earrings, perhaps?
So what's your story?
I suppose since you told me about you being a Grey Warden, it's only fitting for me to be as open. I am originally from Orzammar, the famed dwarven city that lies beneath the stately Frostback Mountains. I was a merchant there, too. Merchant caste. These things are in the blood, you know. You can't just leave them behind.
Uh-huh.
I ran a fairly successful business. Rare artifacts, you know. Old things, grand things. The nobles loved them. Reminded them of the lost glory days, I suppose.
Uh-huh, go on.
So, as I said, things were going well. But good things must come to an end. One day, a noble woman came to my store. She looked around for a bit and then started shrieking in dismay. Apparently, she believed that a pair of braces I had for sale once belonged to her brother. He'd been lost in a cave-in, you see, while on an expedition to clear out the Darkspawn from one of the tunnels running close to the city. They were made specially for him. They're unique, she shrieked. He stole them from my poor brother's corpse. She had me arrested on the spot, of course. Nobles, they're touchy like that.
And did you steal them?
Well, I didn't steal them. You see, I'd been paying these castless thugs to venture out into the deep roads for me.
Okay.
The lost tigers. They're full of things that people left behind. Sometimes you can find a treasure. Something worth a little gold.
Well, it's better to do something with them.
That's exactly how I see it. The noblewoman, she wasn't too happy with the theft of her brother's braces. I don't know what they planned for me, and I didn't want to find out. Bribed the guard that was watching me and took off for the surface first opportunity I got. Never looked back. I thank the stone every single day.
That's right.
Now, is there anything the boy or I can get you?
Possibly. Oh, you didn't mention, enchantment.
Ah, yes. I'm married to a fine woman back in Denerim, it's true. She'd give me a son if she could, but that's not likely to ever be. Sandal here. I found him in the deep roads years ago. Abandoned, I think, and he was never quite right in the head. I took him in, and I brought him with me when I came here to the surface. It may not be my blood, true, but I think of him as one.
We left Orzammar.
Whoa.
That's right, boy. Maybe one day we'll see it again.
Blood isn't always important.
That's how I've always felt. As long as he's happy, so am I. It's not as if I don't benefit, mind you. Turns out the boy's a natural working with enchantments. He might have even been lyrium-addled. I never thought of that before, to be honest. Happens sometimes. He can work an enchantment into just about anything, however, given some time. Could probably open his own shop, if he knew how.
Enchantment.
Well, he does seem to enjoy it, at least.
Okay, let me see your wares.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected. And with
your discount. Okay, malachite, fluorspar, fancy vase. You don't happen to have a backpack again, do you? Alright. Need improved herbalism. Okay. Woohoo! Alright, get that off there. Save the camp. Go.
A generous gift. Thank you ever so much.
You're welcome. It's a big sweetie. Yep, we're good. Alright. Talk to Sten with the right click.
Yes.
Discuss something you mentioned.
Speak, then. Then I suggest we move on.
I have a question.
I am hardly surprised. Very well.
Alright.
As you wish.
We're done with Sten. Well, let's give Zevran a bit.
All right,
Questions?
but I get to stare at you luridly while you do so.
Do you enjoy it?
And why not? There are many things to enjoy about being a crow in Antiva. You are respected, you are feared. The authorities go out of their way to overlook your trespasses. Even the rewards are nothing to turn your nose up at. As for the killing part, well, Some people simply need assassinating. Or do you disagree?
No, you're right.
I often find myself the instrument of fate, ending these lives for one necessity or another. I console myself with the notion that most of them had it coming. As far as enjoying the act of killing itself, why not? There is a certain artistry to the deed, the pleasure of sinking your blade into their flesh and knowing that their life is in your hands.
I know what you mean.
There are many things I did not enjoy about being a crow, of course. Having no choice, being treated as an expendable commodity, the rules, oh, so many rules. But simply being an assassin, I like it just fine. I will continue to do it if I can, even if I am not a crow.
Darn.
Honestly, could you picture me doing something else?
Darn. Lobeta. Oh, I can think of a few things, you handsome little devil.
I mean professionally. Or maybe you mean professionally as well. Perhaps you intend to peddle my services to bored Fereldan noblewomen. It is an interesting thought, but I've always removed my clothes strictly on an amateur basis. A talented amateur, of course, but an amateur nonetheless. Of course, all these thoughts are moot. Chances are still good that you and I will perish, eaten by Darkspawn or slain by the crows at some point. Very gruesomely, I imagine. But it is pleasant enough to chat about. Come, let's move on while our boots still have some wear in them.
Let's try one more.
A question, if I may.
Go ahead.
Well, here's the thing. I swore an oath to serve you, yes? And I understand the quest you're on, and this is all very fine and well. My
Darn.
question pertains to what you intend to do with me once this business is over with, as a point of curiosity.
Does your oath expire then? Darn, Lobeta!
Not precisely. I said I would serve you until you saw fit to release me. One simply assumes that once your Grey Warden business is finished, you would have no need of an assassin to follow you about. Am I wrong?
I could always use a friend.
Oh, not more than friends?
We'll have to see.
Indeed we shall. It is good to know what my options might be, but that is for another time. For now, we have much to do, yes?
Oh no. Darn. Okay, I think we've done well. Darn, Lopeta! Okay, win.
Oh, it's been a long day. Rest would be welcome.
You alright?
Yes, of course. I am just a little weary. As you may have noticed, I'm no spring chicken.
Well, you're pretty sprightly, though.
Thank you. You're very kind to say so. But in all honesty, I do not know how many years I have left in me. I have lived for such a long time, but there is always something else to do. And I have to keep going in order to do it. I think I will be glad when I am done.
You're not allowed to be done yet.
Oh, no. I'm not the sort of person that leaves things unfinished. I'll see this through, I promise.
More?
Have you encountered many abominations, apart from the ones in the Circle Tower?
No?
The first time I saw an abomination, my blood turned to ice. It was months before the nightmares stopped. It was the knowledge that I could easily become one of them that frightened me the most.
Yeah, it can be unsettling.
One slip, All it takes is one slip, and everything you are is simply gone. Replaced by madness. And there is no turning back. Or at least that's what they say.
You have doubts?
Of late, I have begun to wonder if there
Darn.
is any way an abomination can be cured. Or if a mage could be so possessed and still retain their sanity, their humanity.
I think if you've got your humanity, you're not an abomination.
Yes, it is madness and cruelty that define abominations. If those are lacking, if the mage remembers the person they truly are, then they are not an abomination. I never saw that. Thank you for showing me another way of looking at it.
Okay. Neat. Okay, Liliana?
Did you always live in an alienage? Was it very terrible?
I didn't live in an alienage. I lived in Lothering, but that's not important right now.
That is good to hear. I have never been to the Denerim alienage, but I hear that life is hard and there is so much squalor. In Orlais, most elven servants live in the homes of their masters, often in great wealth and luxury.
I didn't know.
I've known elven servants with servants of their own.
What?
A well-trained elven servant is highly valued in Orlais. They are nimble and dexterous, and many people find them pleasing to look at.
Like a prize-winning animal.
No, I did not mean it that way. Oh, my words were clumsily chosen. I did not mean to offend. I am sorry.
Accepted.
Thank you. You have given me a lot to think about.
What? Dorn, Lopeta!
Have I ever told you I really like the way you wear your hair?
No, you haven't.
It's very nice, and it suits you. Simple. Not like the elaborate hairstyles we wore in Orlais. They involved flowers, ribbons, jewels. One year, feathers were all the rage, and Lady Elise decided she needed to outdo everyone else, and actually wore live songbirds in her voluminous hair. The chirping was quite charming for a while, but you must realize, terrified little birdies often have loose bowels.
Oh my god.
Yes, you can imagine what she looked like by the end of the evening. But I was trying to say something nice to you, wasn't I? Oh, forgive me. My mind wanders so. It's just that I feel so comfortable talking to you, like I could say anything and you wouldn't judge me.
Sometimes I like the way you ramble.
You see? This is what I mean. You're such a pleasure to talk to. I haven't felt this close to anyone in a long time. I really enjoy your company.
And do you often enjoy the company of other women?
And what would you do if I said I do? Very much so, in fact.
I'm flattered you like my company then.
There's no one else I'd rather spend time with. Come then, let's get going. If I recall correctly, you have some important earth-shattering business to attend to.
Dorn. Dorn. Lopeta.
Your dog is filthy. I can smell him 50 yards off.
Well, don't breathe so much.
That may be so, but all the same, I would like your permission to bathe him.
What? Why can't you use magic?
You know that's not what we use magic for. Just make him sleep over on the other side of the camp. With Alistair. With any luck, that will keep all the stench confined to one small area.
Oh my snap. Who's growling at who? Play
You are a
fighting.
true warrior and worthy of respect.
Trying to find something? What are you digging for? Well, it's gonna take some time. Good luck. Have fun. Let me know when you reach the deep roads. The fuck, man? Alright, hopefully he'll shut up. Now we can get to
At
Alistair.
your service.
Questions.
Of course.
What was it like to be Grey Warden with the others?
I didn't know them for very long, but I guess it was longer than you. You never met them all, did you?
No.
They were quite a group. Actually, they felt like an extended family, since we were all cut off from our former lives. We also laughed more than you'd think. There was this one time... Well, you probably don't want to hear stories about men you didn't know.
Were there any women?
Not as Grey Wardens. Not while I was there. I saw pictures of some, though none of them were as pretty as you are. There was one Grey Warden who came all the way from the Anderfells. What was his name? Gregor. He was a burly man with the biggest, fuzziest beard you've ever seen. And the man could drink. He drank all the time, but he never got drunk. Finally, we all made a pool to see just how many pints it would take to put him under the table.
Sounds like fun.
Sometimes. We were kin of a sort. All of us had gone through the joining, so we knew... Well, anyhow. It doesn't have to be deadly serious all the time. Anyhow, we never did find out. He said he'd drink a pint for every half pint that the rest of us drank. He was still going by the time the rest of us were passed out. I'm told that Duncan walked in later on and saw us all passed out from one end of the hall to the other, and Gregor still drinking. Duncan laughed until he nearly... Until... Yes, I suppose so. I thought I was done with this, but it just struck me that I have nothing to remember Duncan by. Nothing at all. There's no body, not even a token of his that I could take with me. That must sound really stupid to you.
No, it doesn't.
I just would have liked something of his to take with me, that's all. Well, there's no use in moaning about it, is there? He's gone. Let's just go.
You know what you need.
I'm wondering something.
Oh.
I'd like to know your thoughts about some of our traveling companions.
Uh-oh.
Do you mind if I ask?
Okay, why do you want to know?
I've got this nefarious plan to go around to each of them and secretly tell them all the nasty things you said. That way they'll mutiny and I shall become the group leader.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Ouch, now I'm wounded. Look at me, bleeding all over the place. You're just not very nice, are you? Seriously, though, I'm only curious. I've had enough time to form my own opinions, and I just want to see if yours are any different.
Okay, you gotta tell me yours, too.
Just try and stop me. Let's see, where should I begin? Zevran, the elf. You can't trust him, can you? Do you believe his so-called vow?
Okay. I believe he's gonna be, well, faithful. I don't think he's gonna stab us in the back. At least not until the crows are out of the way and off his back. But he's a shitty thief. Yes, actually, I do.
Really? Why? That's a lot of trust to put in someone who tried to kill you.
Well, if he tries to kill me, I'll kill him first.
Well, at least you're considering the possibility. He just seems shifty to me. What about Sten? The way he looks at me with those eyes. Creepy. And he's so quiet for someone so big.
Well, he's dedicated.
Yet he doesn't seem quite so bad as the Chantry tells us. According to them, his philosophy is vile and evil. Yet he seems so reasonable. And yet, he killed all those people. He doesn't even deny it. Doesn't that bother you?
Well, we're all killers.
I don't know if I like the sound of that. But I guess I take your meaning. What about Liliana? Is she crazy? Or do you really believe in her vision?
I believe she believes.
That's one way to put it. I noticed that you and her have become close. Am I right? The rest of us have talked about it.
Oh, Jesus. You talk about us?
You think we have better things to do than gossip about you? You give us far too much credit. Is it true or not?
None of your business.
Oh, so it's true. Haha, you don't fool me. I knew it. I don't know what to make of her. If you look at her when she doesn't see you, she just looks so sad. I almost feel guilty taking her away from her life.
Hey, she came with us.
Yes, I know. Still, I feel badly for her. Morrigan, do you trust her? Think about it. Maybe Flemeth sent her with us for some other reason than she said.
You two don't like each other, do you?
Well, aside from the fact that she's a complete and utter bitch, no, I don't like her at all. Why, do you?
I like her fine.
Great. I am thrilled beyond words. Now, really. Enough. I think my curiosity is sated. Let's get back to it, shall we?
Oh, you don't want to know my opinion of you?
At your service. Well, we're in camp. Now's as good a time as any to talk, right?
I really like hanging out with you.
You know, I was just thinking the same thing. Given the circumstances, things could have been so much worse. I'm so grateful that you're you, instead of some other Grey Warden. That sounded better in my head. I just mean to say that I can't imagine having done this without you.
Yep, same way.
Now we just need to be rid of that pesky Archdemon, and everything will be back to normal, right?
Alright, there we go. So we'll save. We've done enough talking. We are going to go out and do some adventuring. I think we may go pick up another companion. Anyway, that will be Friday. Torn lo peta. So I will see you then.